Hello, everyone. It's Jeannie. How are you? I hope you are well. I'm hoping I don't have to stop this video too often for my cough, which has just been plaguing me. It's like I have the plague. I don't. I hope you're all doing well, and it's good to be back doing this again. Today's video is a blast to my past, looking at some of my heartthrobs in these teen magazines. From one of them is April of 1970, and the other is May of 1973. So the Tiger Beat is May of 1973. That was like one of kind of the peak of some of my crushes. And then this teen magazine, let me take it out of the plastic cover. Is actually from the UK. So it was 35 cents in April of 1970. And so what's going to be interesting is comparing some of the heartthrobs and teenage things from the UK in the early 70s and the US in 1973. So I think we had some of the same crushes. I've only quickly glanced through these. So they smell old. They smell really old. They smell like exactly like an old person's house who has lots of books. This reminds me of my grandmother's house. Some of her rooms, she had tons and tons and tons of old things and books, and from like the 40s and 50s, and it smells like that. Not terrible, just like old paper. And then this one, the Tiger Beat, I don't know. It's not as strong. So that's good, because I'm sensitive to smells when they stink. So I thought I'll start with the Tiger Beat, which is the US magazine. I'm not sure if the UK had Tiger Beat. I see they had Teen, but did they have Tiger Beat? I don't know. And of course, David Cassidy, Donny Osmond, and a couple people I'm not sure I recognize. Let's see, Michael Gray, and then these boys, Andy and David. What was their last name? Williams. I don't remember them. Andy and David Williams, twins. I don't know if I've just forgotten or what. And so, but there's some cute pictures of them, kind of that long blonde hair, blue-eyed, mop top. Lots of Donny Osmond pictures. Lots of David Cassidy pictures. Now, if I had this magazine, and I probably did, I would cut this out and it went on my wall. I had a wall covered with David Cassidy pictures from these magazines. Now, what I find really interesting about these magazines is how provocative they are. And I guess it's with my older eyes that I'm looking back at this and kind of scratching my head. So the question is from David, about David. Have his new desires turned you off? You know, and then things like, so what this says in supposedly his handwriting, I dream of us, David. You know, all these are you ready to love me type questions. And then all the little gossipy things. Is it true? Is it not? And then something that I really, really bought into was the beauty section. What could I do to be more like Maureen McCormick, Marcia from the Brady Bunch? You know, if she had any little tips about beauty or hair, I was going to try it because I wanted to be prettier and more special, and I wanted boys to like me. The problem was I was a big tomboy, truly. I really wasn't girly till later, like in maybe after junior high. Yeah, I'd say 7th, 8th grade, I started getting a little more girly. And, all these insights into supposedly what they were really thinking and feeling and how they were letting us in on these, you know, thoughts and feelings of these big stars. And where was it? It just jumped out at me before. Okay, here's one. And I'm going to go through these, but I'm just quickly highlighting some things. Here it is. A Beautiful You by Maureen McCormick. And want to look your very best wherever you go, whatever you do? Now you can. Every month, the latest beauty secrets. And so this is one of the things I lived for. Love letters from Donny Osmond, 50 Private Thoughts of Love. Ooh, Rick Springfield was making his debut. Okay. The various fan clubs you could join. Okay, here's one by Maureen McCormick. How to Get Your Guy. How to Get Your Guy. I was 10, 11, 12. As I think most of these readers were. How to Get Your Guy. Anyway, so we'll start with this one, and then we'll go into this teen magazine, and it features what to do, some new ideas for long hair. I used to have long hair, and yeah, so this will be the UK version. So, get myself comfortable here. So here's the US version of a teen magazine called Tiger Beat. And this was 75 cents in May of 1973. And, you know, in looking back at these, you always see these, you know, sweet, innocent, kind of loving puppy dog look faces on these boys, right? And then here is the teen magazine from April of 1970, and it was 35 cents, what UK cents, so whatever that was at the time. So, interesting. Mike Cole on a date, what he's really like. Beautiful sounds of the 70s. Mother is drunk. How to tell if your best friend will stab you in the back. Interesting, this, even though it's a UK magazine, came to somebody in Piedmont, California, an S. Bauer on Alta Avenue in Piedmont. So, let's start with this one. Okay, Donny's secret room. Visit him there. Right. Okay, and here are those Williams twins. I wonder if they're Andy Williams kids. So maybe they were singers like him. So anyway, I guess it was their birthday. So I just don't remember them at all. I've blocked them out for some reason. So sorry, Andy Williams and what's the other kid? David Williams. Okay, nice picture of Donny Osmond. Please meet me soon. Love, Donny. You know, the girls just bought into that stuff. They just did. Okay, Donny's secret room. The Osmonds are about to have one of their greatest dreams come true. They're building a big home in Utah. And Donny's room will be super special. He has his own bedroom and he wants to share it with you now. Oh my God. Okay. And it talks about what he's shopping for. Oh, good grief. Okay. Here was my love. David Cassidy. You know, he really, I was reading about how, for the most part, his entire life, his teenage and adult life, was all about using drugs and alcohol. And he just trashed his liver and died of that. And when he died, his net worth was only about $500,000. And you would think someone, you know, with his draw, the money he made, would have had more, but he didn't. So really sad, you know, how the business ruined him. Yeah, very sad. Have his new desires turned you off? Okay, this is cute. Somebody needs to send this to Rick Springfield. It says, I've been a David Cassidy fan for 2 years and I've collected over 2,000 pictures and bought all of his albums. That was me. I thought there would be no others. until about 2 months ago when I saw Rick Springfield in your magazine. In less than 24 hours, I gave up my 2 years of love for David, all to Rick. I think there has never been such a great star. I predict he'll be the #1 fave in 6 months. At least I hope so. Thanks for everything in your magazine on Rick. As usual, Tiger Beat has the best stories and photographs of Rick. Carol Lansbury. Well, if she gave up on David Cassidy and jumped over to Rick Springfield like that, then she didn't truly love him. I saw Rick Springfield. I know some of you know this from a few years ago. We saw him in concert. A friend of ours was a VP at Thunder Valley Casino and outdoor venue, and he got us like front row seats to see him. Now, here he was. Rick Springfield was 73 at the time, but he looked awesome. And the funny thing is he came out into the crowd, and we were all standing up and, singing along and dancing, and my husband was with me too. And he jumped up onto my chair, and he's singing on my chair. And I remember thinking, he's 73. He could fall and break a hip. And so I grabbed onto his thigh to hold him. I didn't want him to fall. And my husband was right there, and he had his hands out. Same thing, thinking the same thing. If he falls, we want to catch him. And then in another part of my brain, I said, Jeannie, you have your hands wrapped around Rick Springfield's thigh. That was pretty awesome. But it really came from a place of protection. Sure it did. Sure it did. Okay, so all the love letters, groupie letters. Okay, so here we go. I don't know if many of you remember Tony DeFranco. I was just texting with my neighbor across the way here. Joni, this is for you. This was her crush. When I told her I was doing these magazines, she said, oh, Tony DeFranco. And he had this song, it's a heartbeat, it's a love beat. Anyway, that was her love. I liked the Silvers. They had a cool sound, but they didn't last very long. So, okay, the DeFrancos stopped by today with the happy news that they're on their way to their blue belts. Ah, karate. So they're learning karate, Joni. Did you know that they knew karate? Okay, so there you go. Some inside information 50 years later. Okay. All right, all the gossip that they talk about. Yeah, Rick Springfield says he doesn't want to be a teen idol. Sure. Okay. Wow, look how young Richard Carpenter is. He was the brother of Karen Carpenter, the Carpenters. Wow. Maureen and Eve have a fight? Nope. They're both close friends, so that rumor is dispelled as well. Okay. Michael Gray. Can't remember what he was in. Some kind of like what was it? Like a superhero type thing? I don't know. He did something like that. He's cute. He's a cute boy. Share something special with a guy you love. They throw that word out a lot. Love. Like a 12-year-old knows what that means, right? It's called crush. Beauty panel. Oh, this is Eve Plum. So, who was Marcia's little sister, Jan. So she talks about picking out glasses. Boys don't make passes at girls who wear glasses. Well, that's not true. So she talks about how to pick out eyeglasses for your face. Okay, the Osmonds. Questions only Marie could answer about her brothers. You know, I liked Donny Osmond. I didn't have a massive crush on him, but, you know, he was cute. But I remember thinking, his brothers look like old guys, you know? There was, maybe I needed to be older to like them. You know, they're cute boys, but I remember thinking they looked like they were 35 years old or something. So for me, that was like, nope. Okay, the mailbag where guys talk about girls. Are we friends or lovers? By Chris Knight. Chris is Bobby in, oh my goodness, in the Brady Bunch. Are we friends or lovers? Holy moly. He talks about different kinds of love, and someday you will meet the real person for you who shares your love and hope and dreams together. Oh my God. Do you really think a 13, 14-year-old kid could write something like that? No. Okay, Michael Ontkien. I don't remember that name. I remember him a little bit. I guess he moved up to Canada. They love showing these insider looks at his home life. Okay, spring fashions with Andy and David. Because, oh my goodness. If you dress like her, then you attract boys like that, see? The right look for you. Oh, yeah. Just an 11-year-old girl lounging around with two boys. Okay, David Holmes. What was he? I don't remember him. Oh, and then of course the calendar. So you're up to date. Okay. The DeFranco family, here you go, Joni, is scheduled for a photo shoot at Tiger Beat. So this is on the 15th of May, 1973. Ooh, Donnie is scheduled for a dentist appointment. Sure he is. Sure he is. Yeah. Are they both afraid, David and Donnie? And it goes into their inner fears and their inner insecurities, and they're just looking for somebody who can listen to them and not believe the rumors about them. That could have been me, sure. Now, I relate to this as a, 11-year-old, 12-year-old when I was reading these, maybe 13. Maybe girls who were older were reading it too, so. All the latest gossip. I remember going to school and talking to my girlfriends. Did you hear this about David? Did you hear that? Okay, here's Tony DeFranco, more for Joni. His name was Antonio DeFranco. He was born in 1959, August 31st. He was 7 pounds and 19 and a half inches. Oh, and so all the girls are going, oh. Okay, the Jackson family. You know, I look at Michael and I just think, look how haunted he looks. And I think his trouble started way back when. You know, I really do. I don't think he had a childhood. Randy Mantooth from Emergency. He was so cute on that. He was a cute, like a paramedic. Okay, the Goofy Gallery, and what they're trying to show you is what the stars, these cute boys, look like caught off guard. God, so hackneyed. Okay, this is what bowling with the Osmonds is like. They're just regular guys. Okay, Living with David, by his friend Sam Hyman. All the cute little pictures. Oh, yeah. So here he is drinking a cup of coffee, right? And looking. Look at that come hither look. You want to see this across a table? My God. Okay, the right look for you. This is continuing. This girl who got to hang out with the Williams twins. Okay, Little People. Okay, so Michael Gray. What Little People? I don't remember. The Little People. I don't remember that. Is it a movie? I guess it was a movie, The Little People. Okay, now we have a story, a love story. It's an all-new monthly fiction feature. So, first date for Muriel. Have any of you seen Muriel's Wedding? If you haven't, it was filmed in Australia. It was so good. Muriel's Wedding. Okay. Will he kiss me? Will he kiss me? He was popular. You know, I think looking back at me and my life, I can speak, from my perspective. Things like this made me insecure because I don't know. I think it fed my insecurity. Stories of, a girl finding love with the popular guy. Because I knew that couldn't be me, Okay, Donny. Does his career come first? Okay, then it talks about his perfect girl. The girl would have to choose him. If she was the right one, she would know that his performing was part of him. It's as much a part of him as breathing. She wouldn't ask him to make any decisions at all because their love would be so complete she would never question it. Oh, gag me. Now, could you be Richard Thomas's girl? And here's a questionnaire to tell you. If you answer these right, you could be his girl. This was the guy from John Boy. Remember John Boy? The Waltons. John Boy Walton. Okay, here's more of those Williams twins. Lane Codell. I don't know him. I don't remember him. Okay. More from the Partridge Family, the Partridge Family Fun Album. 50 classic photos, never before told secrets. Oh my gosh. How much? How much? I didn't catch that. $1.25 for postage and handling. So you send $1.50 in a money order. Okay, the Brady Bunch meets the Haywoods. Okay. Let's see. Dear Annie, various... Okay, biting my nails. Oh, here we go. My girlfriend smells of perspiration odor. All my friends and I have told her about it, but she never listens. Now she sits next to me in class. What can I do? Oh my God. Now, see, I would read this and think, is that me? Am I the stinky one? I have freckles on my face. I hate them. Is there any way to get rid of them? And they're saying, no, embrace them. That's good, but you can use a foundation. My nose bends down and it's kind of big. I hate it. Oh my goodness. Oh, here's the answer. Dear Sandra, plastic surgery can be an answer to some physical problems, but it's expensive. Okay. You're 12. Think about surgery. Oh, look at David Cassidy as a kid. Oh, that is a cute picture. So all his inside photos, from his own photo albums. And here's Maureen McCormick telling you how to be a beautiful you with these eyeshadows and scents, body, sprays. Good grief. Okay. Jan Michael Vincent. He was cute. Okay, here's Rick Springfield. What sends him up and down and sky high? All these little quirks and things that he likes. What makes him up when he goes to his mailbox and finds fan letters from you? It's down. It's a downer when a fan complains that he hasn't written back. Okay, different movies. Okay, Tiger Tips. David's Valentine contest. Here's the name of the lucky girl David selected to win his Valentine love card. Luann Elkins. Luann Elkins, are you out there? Did you get this? I would have killed for that. Okay, my true story. When Donny Osmond sang to this girl. Okay, backstage at the Sonny and Cher show. Sewing. Look at these cute outfits. Okay, more of the Andy and David Williams boys. Okay, your horoscope. Okay, where's mine? Pisces. You're in an artistic mood, maybe thinking of redecorating your room. You'll have a great time doing it and get great results. Take good care of yourself this month. The stars see some health problems that need taken care of now. Okay. That was specific just to me. Every Girl Can Be Popular by Maureen McCormick. This book is written just for you by a girl who knows what your problems are and has the answers on how to solve them. Wow. Find out how to meet, talk to, and date the boys you want. Learn the secrets of how to dress right. How to avoid making all the common mistakes that turn boys off. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, Danny what was Bonaduce? Yeah, he was Danny in the Partridge Family. Okay, David Cassidy fan club. Look at that 1,000,000-watt smile. So cute. He was so cute. He really was. Okay. Question. Oh, you can order all the back issues. Okay. Here's Susan Day. For girls only, her personal view on boys, beauty, and popularity. I remember, and I talked about this in a previous video, she went from like 126 pounds, and she's like 5'6", 5'7", and it talked about her diet and how she got down to 86 or 88 pounds, and she was so proud of that. I mean, oh, that's terrible. Okay, Rick Springfield munching on a French fry. How sexy is that, right? Okay, How to Get Your Guy by Maureen McCormick. All the tips on how to get your guy. Oh my goodness. Meow. Okay, alright, just little bits of info. Who is that? Timothy Burns. Don't know him. Okay, and just a smattering. Look at this makeup. Oh my goodness. Look at that. The first truly automatic powder eyeshadow. Okay, now put that aside and let's kind of go through this. The pill for upset. Okay, a clear complexion bar. That looks like the Neutrogena bar that we used to use. Okay, Breck shampoo. Corn silk. Now, it's funny. This is the hair issue, and look how smooth. Then you turn it, and hers is all frizzy. But this is about her complexion, not her hair. Okay, Bonnie Bell. Once her only problems were skin problems. I'd say she has horse problems. She's looking off. She has a mare, I think, a chestnut mare with a bad attitude. Perms. Oh my gosh, I can still smell these home perms. Okay, mascara. The various records that are popular. Bridge Over Troubled Water. That was such a good album. Still is one of the best. Diana Ross and the Supremes' Greatest Hits. Oh, Marvin Gaye. I loved Marvin Gaye. Okay. Wow, look how cute. Look at these girls. I had to take a drink. House of Nines. Sizes 3 to 9 only. So if you're an 11, you can't shop there. The girls, I don't know how sizes 3 to 9 truly translate to, but at least they're not super skinny, you know. I think they look healthy. Yeah. I love these outfits. They're so cute. John Denver, Rhymes and Read. This is all House of Nine. House of Nine. And they're really promoting this Dacron, 65% Dacron and polyester, a poly cotton blend. Funny. Okay, persets. What are those? Oh, for that time of the month. All right, different around town scenes of people. Peggy Lipton. I thought she was so cool. She was in that one. Oh, what was that show? It was like a detective show. I can't remember the name of it. It'll come to me after I'm done with the video. Okay. Ube Clear. I don't know this brand. I wonder if that was kind of like for UK. Oh, here we go. My high school days were dateless, and then I lost 37 pounds. And like, wow. She was 5'8" and a half at 175 pounds. And she got down to 138 pounds. I wonder in how long. Starving herself. Okay, the birds, the bees, and the grassroots. Oh, I liked them all. The grassroots. Wow. Okay, angel face makeup. That's a typical ad of the 70s, that kind of look. Oh, look at those glasses. Okay. I had a bathing suit almost like this, and it was this very polyester, thick polyester fabric. And if I got it wet, it was like heavy, and it would just like hang down like a full diaper. Okay, Ambush by Dana, the perfume. 1 a day plus iron, so vitamins. Okay, we had this. Kotex pads. Dear Mother Nature, drop dead. Okay, let's see what else. Shoe color. What? Oh, so you could change with these dyes. You could paint your shoes and change the colors of your purses and your shoes and your leather products. Okay. Mother is drunk. So this is about Alateen. So if you're a teenager with a parent with a drinking problem. Oh, look at Raquel Welch. Wow, wow, look at that. She is a sex kitten. Look at that hair. Okay, let's see. Neutrogena soap. Fun. Peter Max. Now, wasn't Peter Max, didn't he design one of the Beatles albums? Looks like that, right? Okay, Cheryl Teague's modeling talk. Okay. So it's all about CoverGirl, of course. She was their rep, their model. All right, tampons, all right. What they do with songs, you can do with clothes. What's that mean? say something about yourself without using words. Okay. What is this? I don't get it. Oh, hair do or hair don't? Okay, Mike Cole on a date. Who is Michael Cole? I don't remember him. Well, his face looks a little familiar. I don't know. Mod Squad. Mod Squad. And that's where this gal was from. The Mod Squad. Yes, sorry. Peggy Lipton. Mod Squad. That's what it was. Okay. Okay, what is this? Someone's story about a hardworking teen who makes pet sitting and babysitting her summer job. Archie's, oh my, what is this? Jingle Jangle. Okay, so it's about what? Clothes and shoes? Yeah. Okay, RCA Records. I just love these styles and girls in stockings. This is kind of like the fashion part of it all. Look at that. Okay, interesting. Here it's a teen magazine, but they've got a whole cooking section. That's interesting. Okay, Headlong Locks. I tried doing things like that with my hair, but I don't know, it just never looked as cool. Nope. Ponytail was about all I could manage. My hair wasn't this long, it was probably about this long. Okay. And it talks about how to do each of those hairstyles. As if. Oh, look at the little shoe case. Look at these shoes. Those are so 1970s. They're so classic. The makeover takeover. So before and afters. I did used to do this with my hair in front of my ear. I would curl it. And all the steps on how to get this look. Okay, math. There's a talent scout at the door. Okay, interesting. These are all U.S. things, and yet this is a U.K. magazine. I don't get that. This is all about the All-American College show. So, interesting. All right, Dear Jack. Oh, okay, Dear Jack, is there anything wrong with telling a guy you're dating that you like something he's wearing or the smell of his cologne? And here's the answer. Flattery will get you everywhere. Oh, gag me. Oh, wow. Dear Jack, I'm a 14-year-old girl, and I don't think you'd call this a problem. It's more of a question. My brother was killed in Vietnam 18 months ago. I love him. My question is, does the pain ever go away? We weren't really close friends, and there are 5 other kids in the family, younger and older. Am I just being dumb, sentimental teenager? Will I still cry when I think of him 20 years from now? Yes. And it says, none of us will ever get over the loss of your brother or all the other brothers. Your problem is our problem. I don't think the pain will ever go away. That is probably the most honest answer in a magazine that I've ever read. Dear Jack, I have a crush on a small, short, cute man. He lives down the street from me and I can't forget about him. I've got other boyfriends, but I don't like any of them as well. I want to smother him with kisses. He's married and has 3 cute kids. CS, her name is. Dear CS, someone else liked him too. She's the mother of those 3 kids. Don't be precocious. Oh my God. Anyway, so those are Dear Jack and then Dear Jill's. So, okay. How to tell if your best friend will stab you in the back. Ways to tell. Okay, she's taking over your life. She's giving away your secrets. She's one-upping or putting you down constantly. That's a cute bathing suit. Okay, let's see. Confidentially yours. I don't know what that... Oh, just and more question and answers for beauty. Pampering. Cramping, menstrual cramp pills. Okay, there's Susan Day showing some hairspray and makeup. Yep. And hair magazines. Yeah, look at everybody wanted to look like her or Maureen McCormick. All right. And she answers all these beauty questions. I think that is just, there are no borders for teen beauty, right? Okay. Jack Wilde. I remember that H.R. Puffin stuff. Okay. Pretty effect cover girl. Makeup. Cliff's Notes. We weren't allowed to use Cliff's Notes in high school. And if you don't know what those are like, if you had to read a big book, it would give you like the synopsis. And so our teachers would look for certain details that weren't in these to see if you used them in your report. Okay, more continuation of some of the stories. All right, ads. And I'm hearing the yard people. And there we have it. Well, what do you think? Are any of you old enough, like me, to remember some of these? It's interesting, the 2 backs of the magazines. Here's the US and then the UK. The US is very heavy on the makeup with an older woman. Come on, she's no teenager. And this is a teenager, so... I think that was just a bad choice. I don't think they were all like that. So tell me, who was your teenage crush? And did you do the whole posters and, this is all we had. We didn't have the internet, of course, in the 70s. So these magazines were the gospel when it came to who you liked, your star, male or female. I think these are also, and since even before these, a way to have girls particularly buy into being insecure so that they needed products to make themselves better. Makeup products, hair products, diet products, personal hygiene products. You aren't enough unless you kind of up it a little bit, up your game. So, marketing. Anyway, that's not new to the 70s. Anyway, tell me which of these you related to and what your thoughts are. I hope you enjoyed this little blast to the past, my past, in the 70s. And, just kind of enjoyed looking at what life was like through my eyes as a young teen. So, make sure you're still subscribed on the channel. Give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel when you do a thumbs up. So, make sure you do that. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to sign off for now. And see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.